We have found a place, and it's beautiful because we're coming back to the Most High's commandments. His law, statutes, commandments, having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, I hope, and fearing the Most High, being afraid and scared of him, because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. But see, the Most High made the evil for those that do evil, those that do what's contrary to his law, statutes, commandments. So he let you know that they were created for that purpose. So they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you got to be aware, because look at Psalms 17 and 13. Arise, O Most High. That's why I say, crumb of it now with Yahweh. Crumb, rise, Most High. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul. From who? From the wicked. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. The Most High used the wicked for his sword. We see it. I mean, you don't see it now in this day. In Jacob's trouble, I don't know what you're seeing. So, the Most High said he ruled in the kingdom of men, right? And set up over it the bases of men. Now let's look at something. Go to, you can go to Matthew the 4th chapter or Luke the 4th chapter. It's dealing with the same scenario of Mashiach Yahushua when he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. He was tempted by the devil. So look at this. Luke the 4th chapter. In verse 1, it says, that Mashiach Yahushua, being full of the Holy Spirit, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, being 40 days tempted of the devil. So 40 days he was tempted of the devil. And in those days he did eat nothing. He was fasting. And when they were ended, he afterward hungered. When they ended, he was hungry. 40 days without eating? Oh yeah, he was hungry. And the devil said unto him, if thou be the Son of Man, you be the Son of the Most High, command this stone that it be made bread. He said, you be the Son of the Most High, make this stone turn into bread where you can have something to eat. And the Mashiach answered him, saying, it is written. So where I ask you a question, where is it written? Especially for all you that don't believe, this is the last scriptures that I go to when someone say that we're not under the law, but we're in the mercy and grace. So what is he saying? You believe in him, you believe in your Jesus Christ, so what does it say? And Mashiach answered him, saying, it is written. So where is it written at? I challenge you to answer that question. Where is it written at? He said, it is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High. So it can't be written in the New Testament, because there is no New Testament when he's speaking here. Now, a lot of times you got to look at this as you're reading the Bible. When you read the New Testament, there is no New Testament, because the New Testament was compiled in 325 AD in the Council of Nicaea. So approximately at that time, so under Constantine and this wicked butt, changing the Sabbath from when it was supposed to be the seventh day to the first day. That's when that started. So Mashiach shall tell him, it is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High, right? So where is it written at? In the law. Go to Deuteronomy, the 8th chapter. Deuteronomy, the 8th chapter. Keep in mind, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and set up over it the bases of men. Deuteronomy 8 and at verse 3. And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not. Talking about we the Israelites in the wilderness. Neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man does not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High doeth man live. So he's quoting from the law. So you say we're not in the law. This is what he's quoting from. So if you don't know that, how is it that you've seen this over and over again? You should have. He said in Luke 4 and 4, and answered him, saying, it is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High. As we just read. Continue, verse 5, Luke 4 and 5. And the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. So he showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time, and he showed him these kingdoms that we're living in now, scattered among all these kingdoms now, today. In a moment of time, came a vision. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee. Hear this very distinctly. He said, all this power will I give thee. Talking to a Mashiach Yahushua. And the glory of them. And the glory of all these kingdoms. For that is delivered unto me. He said, this is delivered unto me. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and set up over it the bases of men. He says, been delivered unto him. And to whomsoever I will, I give it. Isn't that something? So, he's telling him, hey, I'll give you all these kingdoms and the glory of these kingdoms. Because it's been given to him. And whosoever he will, he's been given the orders from the Most High to give it to him. But there's a condition. Always a condition with that devil. Verse 7, Luke 4 and 7. If, that's a condition, you, Mashiach Yahushua, therefore, or anyone else, will worship me, all shall be thine. So you worship him, say all gonna be his. Remember the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and set up over it the bases of men. So he allowed the evil to be in rulership during the last days. As if you can't see that, I don't know where you at. You must got your head in a hole somewhere. You better get it out of it. Come back to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this word, because it's here. Wake up, Yasharala. So you see, anyone ruling this world been ruling under Satan, including the time that, this is talking about from the time that Mashiach walked the earth now. Because, we know that we ruled during the Byzantine Empire, but hey, can you say that we ruled thoroughly in righteousness when you hear what he just said? Nah. Put it like this. If we were to rule right now with the people that's involved in politics and politics, sucking the blood out of you, whatever, however you want to look at it at this moment. Because, Yasharala, we ain't running nothing. We got next forever and ever and ever. We know that. But we ain't all up in the politics and all that. So if we were able as a people to take over right now, what do you think we'd be doing? We'll be sitting back saying, look at this. This is the same. What's it different? Probably be worse than it is now. Our people is really cold-blooded. Cold say our wickedness surpassed the wickedness of the wicked. Say we taught the wicked ones our ways, as it is written. So you're looking at the fall of the Roman Empire by Septimius Severus, 193 AD. So when the Caucasian people ran into the Caucasus Mountains, the Edomites, then we rule it. In righteousness, you hear what he said? He said, I'll give it to whoever I will. If you do what? Bow down and worship me. So you had the righteous of us. We had to kind of like get away from all this wickedness. As it is today, we secluded, set apart, Kodash, holy. But those that are trying to be. So here we are as a people, and he offered to Mashiach Yahushai this. So anyone that want this power, he said, I'll give it to you as long as you bow down and worship me. Verse 6, he said, and the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me. And to whomsoever I will, I give it. Condition is, if thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. So we just read how evils multiplied in the earth when the Greeks came into power. So now the Greeks are in power now, whether you want to accept it or not. Edomites. So the condition is you got to bow down and worship Satan. He said, all this power will I give you. And the Most High told us, Exodus 20, and verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High, thy power, Yasharallah. So I'm the Most High, your power, which have brought thee up, out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means captivity, slavery, or bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods or idols before me. That's what he's saying. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. No matter where it's at. Just the key here. Verse 5, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. This is what Satan said. All shall be thine if you do what? Worship him. That's bowing down to him. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Most High, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. He said, them that hate him. And he said the third and fourth generation of them that hate him, visiting the children. Let you know, it's no different than all this wickedness that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. And our people still in darkness, gross darkness at that, as it says in Isaiah 60 and 2. Gross ignorance, not knowing, and following all these different religions. Most I didn't give us religion. He gave us law, statute, commandments, as we read in here. But he's saying going out to the third and fourth generation of them that hate him. Why I say hate him? Because you bow down to something that's not the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You involved in, going to worship on the first day of the week. When he say worship him on the seventh day of the week, which is the beginning of the seventh day, when the sixth day ends, that evening, from evening to evening. So there's a problem with our people, and they don't want to hear. They look at the first day of the week. Look at a calendar, and look at the first day of the week. So it's been passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. Well, my granddaddy was Baptist, so I'm a Baptist. Jehovah's Witness. You're being that. That mean Charles Russell, but that dude was straight up not for us as a people. Got to go back and look at the beginnings of the Watchtower, the things that he said concerning us. It's the same thing as religions have taught us. You were cursed to be the way you look. Like when Noah's son Ham looked at his nakedness, and he was cursed, he said, cursed be Canaan. So they trying to say we the Canaanites. We went to the land of Canaan, but we not the Canaanites. We're not South Africans. We're the Israelites. Yasharallah. You see, so all that's been perpetrated. So here you are believing the same thing that you've been taught. Now he started that in 1861. We didn't so-called come out of slavery till 1865. Now, all these other religions that you have started with what? You took John the Baptist, you came over to Baptist Church, you know, you got Church of God in Christ, you got all these different religions, Seventh-day Adventists and Catholic, you name it, we in it. Lutheran, you name it, we in it. Methodist, you know, we all involved in it. To the third and fourth generation of them that hate the Most High, because who is it that's in these religions that's going over these laws, teaching the children their laws, their children their children the laws? If not, then you hate them. How you gonna say you love him and you're not doing what he say do? That's why he made the evil for those that do evil. But he's not evil. But you draw evil to you because you want to do whatever he says don't do, then hey, that's what he says. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. So we ain't supposed to be bowing down to no devil. The serve, we say, all should be down if you do what? Bow down and worship me. Nor serve them, for I the Most High thy power am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. You hate them because you're bowing down to Semiramis, really, and Nimrod and Tammuz. That's your Trinity right there. But who knows that? Who's really teaching you that? Listen, and showing mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve, unto thousands of them that love me. If you love him, he said, and keep my commandments. Jacob Shai said in St. John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. Same thing. 1 John 5:3, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and commandments are not grievous. What part of that you're not getting? So Most High said you're supposed to bow down to nothing. And no entity, nothing that's made, nothing but him. And he's a spirit. They that worship him in spirit and in truth. John 4:24. So this is what you're looking at. They bow down and worship Satan. Worship the devil. For the power that's they have. Remember, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and put it over it, the basis of men. Why he told us, Israel. Deuteronomy 32:21. They have moved me to jealousy. Who? We the Israelites. 12 tribes of Israel. With that which is not the Most High. Like these religions and so forth. These leaders of these religions, Most High said, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger. You hear what he said? We made the Most High angry with that, with their vanities. Most High ain't dealing with no religion. No religion. Which comes from a Latin word, relegio, meaning to hold back, keep down, and restrain. That's why the devil trying to tempt Hamashiach Yahushua. And you got to see what it is that he used against the devil. Is this why you can't believe that we can keep the Most High's laws? Or we don't have to follow the Most High's laws? We're going to find out. So he said, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. Do you realize when you look at, you say you shall not bow down to them, right? Okay, a Christmas tree is an idol. You bow down to that Christmas tree every year. You bow down to it to put a present under it. You bow down to take a present from under the tree. Now tell me you're not. You ain't taking that president, throwing it under that tree. How you gonna get it from under the tree? You gotta bow down to that idol. That's when you read Jeremiah 10:1-5, it tell you about the Christmas tree. And in the Apocrypha, which a lot of you don't know, it's 14 books that the Protestants took out. of the Bible. So just a revived Bible. But when you get the original King James 611 Bible, it has the Apocrypha in it. So it's a lot of information that people that go to church are missing as far as our story. To even understand it, we the Israelites. You look at Malachi. Malachi is in the Persian and Mede Empire. The empire that we read about, Alexander the Greek took down, the first over Greece, over the Greeks. He had to take down the Persian and Mede Empire. So Malachi, that's the last prophet of the Old Testament, is in the Persian and Mede Empire. So we know, as we just read in the Apocrypha, which you wouldn't know if you don't have Apocrypha, that after the book of Malachi is Matthew. Now, in Matthew, we're in the Roman Empire. So what happened to the Greek Empire? That's a big gap of time between the Persian Mede Empire. You can't come to the Roman Empire without going to the Greek Empire first. So where's that at? We just read about it in 1 Maccabees, the first chapter, first verse. It's part of the Bible. But see, they took it out. And see, what a lot of you don't realize, go to Revelation 22:18. The last book of the Bible, the Most High telling us this. Revelation 22:18, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. Talking about the Bible. If any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. So you add anything to it, you're going to get all the plagues that's written in the book, in this Bible. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, which you take in the 14 books out of the Bible, while you have a revived version. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life. You hear that? That means you're not going to live forever. Most High going to take away from you your part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. Talking to you, Yasharala. And look at Revelation 20:15. And whoso was not found written in the book of life, what we just read about, was cast into the lake of fire, where the worms never die and the fires never quenched. Understand this and overstand this. So, Most High told us in Deuteronomy 32:21, they have moved me to jealousy, we the Israelites, Yasharallah, with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. As I said, religions and so forth. Believe in something that's not the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Vanity. Let's see what he's saying, what he gave us. Go to Psalms 78:5. This eliminates all religions. Psalm 78:5. For he established a testimony in Jacob. Jacob was the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. And appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, our forefathers, that they should make them known to their children. As I quoted, here it is right here. Supposed to make the Most High's laws known to their children, that the generation to come might know them. Even the children which should be born, who should arise from Yasharallah, and declare them to their children. Did that happen? No. You've been taught we're not under the law, but we're in the mercy and grace. We Gentiles been grafted in, speaking in tongues, don't know what language you're speaking. Ain't nobody interpreting everything that you're saying. But yet still you following the way of the heathen. Because you're a heathen if you're going to believe that You're not under the law because they're not under the law. But you as Yasharallah, you're under the law of the Most High. Look at verse 6. That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in the Most High, that they may have faith in the Most High, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments. Like you said, those that love him are going to keep his commandments. Listen, verse 8, it might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, stubborn and rebellious as it is today. A generation that set not their heart, which is your mind, aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High. So that eliminates any religion. And as far as, go to Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. We hold Deuteronomy 32, 21. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showed his word unto Jacob. Jacob, as I said, is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. So no other nation was given the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. He have not dealt so with any nation. So it don't matter who it is that you see now trying to pretend like they're doing what the Most High said he would do and give us. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, meaning the punishment for breaking the Most High's laws, they have not known them. We have. You better believe it. When you read Deuteronomy 28, the curses from 15 to 68, oh yeah, we fit those curses to a T. Praise ye the Most High. So, when you go back to Deuteronomy 32 and 21, it says, they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High, by following all these different religions. They're saying that you don't have to follow him, you have to keep his laws, statutes, commandments. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. Read it again. He said, he'll move us to jealousy with those which are not a people. And I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. That's what he said he's going to do. And you can see, I mean, how we're under them right now. A foolish nation. Those that are no people. When you look at, go to Psalms 148, 14, so you understand that we are a people in the eyes of the Most High, but everybody's not considered a people. As we just read, a no people and a foolish nation. So now when you go to Psalms 148, 14, it says, he also exalted the horn, which is the power, like the ram horn or the bull's horn. That's the power. Hip talk. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints. And we go here to prove who the saints are. Even of the children of Israel. Hear that? Even of the children of Israel. So it clearly is letting you know that the saints, when you hear saints, it's talking about the children of Israel. Who are we? A people. You see? But he said he's going to give us to a no people and a foolish nation in his eyes. But we're a people near unto the Most High. Near unto him. Praise ye the Most High. So, as you see here, the Most High did this. Remember, he ruled in the kingdom of man and set up over it the bases of men. And Satan is telling the Mashiach Yahushua, after he done fasted 40 days and 40 nights, hey, turn this rock into bread. He already went to the law on him once, right? Going back to Luke 4. Verse 6, and the devil said unto him, because some of you might have forgot, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me. And to whomsoever I will, I give it. Right? This is a condition. If thou therefore wilt worship me and be evil and corrupt yourself against what the Most High just told us to keep, if you love him, keep his commandments, all shall be thine. Right? And the Mashiach will say, answer and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Most High thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. So I challenge you that say that we're not under the law, all you New Testament buffs out there. Where is it written at? Where is this written at? This is Mashiach Yahushua, who you say you believe in. He told him, he said, for it is written. Where is it written? Thou shalt worship the Most High thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Where's that written at? Surely you know. You should. Let's go to first Deuteronomy 6. Deuteronomy 6 chapter. So where are we going? We going to the law. Well, how can the Mashiach Yahushua, who you call Jesus Christ, how can he go to the law when we're not under the law? Deuteronomy 6 and 13. Thou shalt fear the Most High, be afraid, be scared of the Most High, and respect the Most High, thy power, your power. Because the Mashiach Yahushua, hey, Hebrews 7:14 said, for it is evident our power sprang out of Judah. He came from Jacob's fourth-born son, Judah. This is what he's quoting from. Listen closely. Thou shalt fear the Most High. I must say, because I asked adults, what does fear the Most High mean? And they gave all these answers. And as a child, what does fear the Most High mean? He said, be afraid of him, be scared of him. Twice it happened. And they heard him say, that's right. Asked it again, they still come with all this explanation of whatever they want to say. Besides the fact of be afraid, be scared of the Most High said, I'll melt you. You think people are afraid of that? Yeah, you're going to be afraid of if the worms eat you up continually and the fires never quench. It's too late then. You say, if your name ain't written in the book of life, that's what it's all about, people. Our names being written in the book of life. If not, you'll be cast to the lake of fire. So it's saying, thou shalt fear the Most High, thy power, and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. Deuteronomy 10 and 20. This is what Most High had of Mashiach Yahushua quoting as it is written. Deuteronomy 10 and 20. Thou shalt fear the Most High, once again, thy power, your power. Thou shalt be afraid, be scared, and respect the Most High by doing his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations. Thou shalt fear the Most High. This is Deuteronomy 10 and 20. Thou shalt fear the Most High, thy power, your power. Him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave, and swear by his name. See? This is what he's quoting. When he say, it is as it is written. Or you hear him say sometime, have you not heard? Where you going to hear it at? Show me the scriptures that Mashiach Yahushua was going over from the book of Revelations when he walked the earth in the flesh. Or the books that Paul wrote, who wrote most of the New Testament. Give them to me. Where is that at? When he walked the earth, they read and he gave the understanding of the law and the prophets. Period. Let's go back to Luke, the 4th chapter. So you see, Satan, the devil told Hamashiach, if he bow down and worship him, all shall be thine, for it's given unto him. And Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and set up over it the bases of men. So, Luke 4 and 9. And he brought him to Jerusalem and set him on a pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the Son of Man, cast thyself down from hence. Set him up and say, cast yourself down. For it is written. Now, Satan trying to get into the knowledge and understanding of what's written. But watch, he's not going to the law. He can't go to the law. He's not going to the law. But you see what he said? Told him to cast himself down. For it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So he's trying to be slick here. So what is he doing? He's quoting from the prophet and King David's prophecy from Psalms 90. That's what he's quoting from. Psalms, the 90th chapter. When he says, verse 10, it says in Luke 4:10, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee. So you look at Psalm 91 and 10, it says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee. See how the devil works? See how Satan works? To keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. You see that? So he didn't go to the law. He went to what David said. So he got a lot of people fooled, and they don't even realize it. They don't realize how he got them all shook and believing in him and not realizing that here he is now in these last days. Go to 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 14. It says, and no marvel, 2 Corinthians 11:14, for no marvel, for Satan himself, who we've been talking about, is transformed into an angel of light. Transformed into an angel of light. He transformed himself into an angel of light, trying to be on the same page with Hamashiach. But you see where he went. He didn't go to the law. He can't go to the law. The law condemned him every time. So he's trying to bring some wisdom. Like me, he's trying to act like he's an angel of light. Say, therefore, it is no great thing, verse 15, if his ministers, let you know, the devil, the Satan, have ministers, also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, pretending like they righteous, whose end shall be according to their works. Mashiach gonna say, hey, I'll never get part of you, be the work of iniquity. I never knew you. Straight up. So here he is trying to quote what King David said. So how did Mashiach deal with him? After he told him, hey, cast yourself down, it is written, angels going, he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee, in verse 10. And in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. And verse 12, and Hamashiach answering said unto him, don't forget what I said. We're looking at how Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus Christ, rebuked the devil. Mind you, he weak. He done fasted for 40 days, 40 nights. Here he come. Been all the time messing with him during the time that he been fasting. And Mashashai answered, said unto him, it is said. Where's it said? Thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power. Thou shalt not tempt the Most High your power. Satan. Who's he talking to? Satan. See? You say, thou shalt not tempt the Most High your power. So what is he quoting from? The law again. The law again. Deuteronomy 6 and 16. See, after I went through all the scriptures showing you that we still under the law, these are the last scriptures I bring to the holy rollers, holier than thou. Deal with this. Deuteronomy in the law, Deuteronomy 6:16. Ye shall not tempt the Most High your power, as ye tempted him in Messiah. This is what he quoted from. So he kept going to the law on the devil. You don't know the law because you're not under the law, so how are you going to rebuke the devil? I just rebuke the devil, he going to flee? No. Did the Mashiach say? He could have just said, be gone, devil. You're the son of the Most High. Now he went to the law, and he's giving us an example, ammunition of what works every single time. So are you looking at a Mashiach ever shine like he's some kind of fairy tale or something? He went to the law of the Most High every single time. Luke 4 and 12. And the Mashiach said, answering, said unto him, it is said. Where is it said? We just read it. Thou shalt not tempt the Most High thy power. And when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season. Had to leave him for a season. Like he'll leave you for a season. Leave us for a season. You have to get up and get away. He couldn't come back with nothing. You had to leave him alone. Why? Because he kept hitting him with the law. That power. He following the laws. He didn't break the laws. He didn't sin breaking the laws. Sinning. He didn't sin. So he following the laws of the Most High. He didn't sin. And remember, the Most High ruled for the kingdom of men instead of over it the bases of men. So he just said, hey, it'll be given to me. What kingdom was he in when he's dealing with a Mashiach Yahushua? The Roman Empire. It was the Greek Empire that we read about took down the Persian and Mede Empire. Now you're looking at the Roman Empire in Matthew on. So he's letting us know that it'll bow down to Satan. That's why when you look at Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, I can't go over this enough until the Spirit hits